Devers swings and drives it high and deep, right field, on its way.
Hello, baseball fanatics, and welcome to Baseball Extra. I'm thrilled you're joining us today, Wednesday, September 3rd, for a deep dive into the most talked about plays, the fiercest rivalries, and the sheer magic of America's pastime. Have you ever seen a home run so epic, so drawn out that you could practically cook and eat a full meal before the batter even touched home plate? Or maybe you dozed off on the couch after a moonshot, only to wake up 25 minutes later and realize that same player was still making their way around the bases? Well, get ready, because today on Baseball Extra, we're unpacking a home run trot that defied time itself, a staggering, history-making 30-minute journey that sparked a full-on dugout brawl. And that's just the beginning. We'll also celebrate the incredible resilience of the Red Sox at Fenway Park, check in on the resurgent Mets and Yankees, and witness Shohei Ohtani's monumental 100th career home run. Let's not waste another second. It's time for Baseball Extra. Coming off a scorching Player of the Week performance, Rafael Devers was absolutely on fire heading into that highly anticipated matchup between the Giants and the Rockies. And in the very first inning, he absolutely crushed a towering shot, a high, deep home run that sailed into the thin air of Coors Field, his 30th of the season. It felt good, really good. But according to Rockies pitcher Kyle Freeland, Devers might have felt a little too good about it. Here's the scene as it unfolded. Devers connects, the ball soars to right field, and it's gone. Another monstrous home run for Rafael Devers. And then, the tension explodes. Freeland is visibly furious, words are exchanged, and suddenly, the benches are clearing. Devers is trying to round the bases amidst the chaos, but Freeland's anger has ignited a powder keg. Punches are thrown, and it's pure pandemonium. Our Baseball Extra cameras caught every angle of this unbelievable moment. The craziest part? Devers still hadn't even rounded the bases. What turned into a full-blown brawl saw Freeland, along with Adam Duvall and Matt Chapman, all ejected from the game. It took a solid 20 to 25 minutes for order to be restored and for the dugouts to clear. Then, as Antonio Senzatela came in to warm up for the Rockies, Devers, finally, incredibly, began to complete his long-delayed trot around the bases. Our announcers were in disbelief, narrating his slow, deliberate journey as he finally touched home plate. In total, what started as a majestic home run became an astonishing 30-minute home run trot, the longest in recorded history. Freeland's fury was palpable. Devers is known for taking his time, and his original trot was probably already pushing 3 minutes. Imaging Freeland in the showers, still fuming, watching Devers finally cross home plate a full half-hour later. Later in the game, Wilmer Flores added his 15th homer, sealing a 7-4 victory for the Giants. This win moved the Giants to 70-69 on the season, keeping them 5 games back of the Mets for that crucial final wildcard spot. Post-game, Kyle Freeland was still simmering. He expressed his frustration, calling Devers' actions extremely disrespectful. He pointed to Devers standing there, watching the ball, taking his sweet time getting down to first base. Freeland, a veteran of this league, felt compelled to let Devers know exactly how he felt. However, Giants starter Logan Webb jumped to his teammate's defense, saying he was surprised it hasn't happened before with that guy, implying Devers often runs his mouth. He finished by saying, "Rafi got him good." Clearly, things are getting spicy in the league. This kind of rivalry makes for must-watch Baseball Extra content. Now, let's shift gears to another incredible story from the Diamond. Garrett Crochet, who has been absolutely phenomenal all year, was cruising through the first 5 innings of his game against the Guardians on Tuesday. He had only given up a single run, and the Red Sox offense had erupted for 5, giving them a comfortable 5-1 lead heading into the 6th. But then, the 6th inning happened. It was a nightmare for Crochet, as Austin Hedges, David Fry, and Brian Rocchio all launched home runs, suddenly giving Cleveland a 7-5 lead. Crochet's final line was a rough 7 runs on a career-tying 4 home runs over just 6 innings, pushing his ERA up to 2.67, still impressive, but a tough outing. To add to the woes, Roman Anthony left the game in the 4th inning with oblique tightness after a swing. But hold on, this isn't just any team. These are the 2025 Red Sox, and this is Fenway Park, where they've been conjuring magic all season long. Just like that, in the bottom of the 6th, Emmanuel Valdez and Jarren Duran shot right back, tying things at 7. And then, in the 8th, that offseason pickup, Alex Bregman, made an incredible hustling play, a tough one behind third, and he delivered. The Red Sox had the lead 8-7. Baseball Extra loves a comeback, and this was epic. The Red Sox scored 4 runs in total in that 8th inning, surging ahead 11-7, and that's how they'd win the game. They're now a season-high 16 games over, 500, tied with the Yankees for the top wildcard spot, and a mere 2.5 games back of the Blue Jays for first place in the AL East. What a turnaround for the Boston Red Sox. And speaking of comebacks, let's talk about New York. You've got enough to stress about, New Yorkers, but guess what? The Mets and Yankees are looking just fine, at least for now. New York sports fans often revel in doom and gloom talk, but things are looking bright. The Yankees had fallen out of first place last month and nearly got swept by the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. But they had won 7 of 8 heading into their game against the Astros on Tuesday, and they kept that momentum going. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit 2 monster home runs to bring his season total to 28, and Trent Grisham launched a grand slam for his 29th. Max Fried was dominant, giving up just 1 run over 7 innings, tying his teammate Carlos Rodon with his 15th win of the season. How about the Mets? After what seemed like an entire season of struggling to get a hit with runners in scoring position, the Mets' offense has absolutely exploded over the last month. Juan Soto stayed scorching hot, hitting a high fly ball to right field that sent the right fielder to the warning track, looking up, and it was gone. A home run for Juan Soto, his 5th in the last 5 games and his 37th of the year. He also added his 27th steal, putting him on pace for a potential 40 by 40 season. And then the polar bear roared. Pete Alonso drove one deep to left field. Green went back to the wall, leaped, and it was out of here. Pete Alonso with his 2nd home run of the night, number 33 on the year. Soto and Alonso went back-to-back, making it 8-2 New York. Alonso hit 2 homers, and Jeff McNeil added 3 hits and 3 RBIs in a commanding 12-5 win over the Tigers. Nolan McLean also continued his sensational start, winning his 4th straight, giving up just 2 runs over 6 innings with 7 strikeouts. This win extended the Mets' lead in the final wildcard spot to 2 games over the Reds, who nearly made a huge comeback against the first-place Blue Jays, losing 12-9. George Springer had 2 homers, and Bo Bichette hit his 18th. So yes, New York, your Mets and Yankees are easily putting away some first-place teams in September. Now, for some league-wide headlines on Baseball Extra. Shohei Ohtani continues to amaze. He's firmly in the driver's seat, blasting a rocket to right field, and this ball is gone. That is home run number 100 as a Dodger for Shohei Ohtani, and it got out of the park in a blink of an eye. Ohtani put the O in Ohtani with a 120-mile-per-hour homer for the Dodgers, the hardest hit ball of his career. It was his 100th in his MLB tenure and his 46th of the season. Unfortunately, Clayton Kershaw had a rare off-start, giving up 4 runs over 5 innings, and the Pirates ultimately beat LA 9-7. Fortunately for the Dodgers, the Padres also lost to the Orioles 6-2, keeping LA 2.5 games back for the division lead. Jeremiah Jackson hit his 4th homer, and Tyler Wells was solid for the Orioles in his first start of the year, giving up just 2 runs over 5 innings. Elsewhere, Kyle Tucker hit a 3-run homer, his 22nd of the year, amidst a strong season turnaround, helping the Cubs to a 4-3 win over the Braves. However, he exited the game with calf tightness, and the Cubs are desperately hoping it's nothing serious as Chicago holds the top spot in the NL wildcard race. The Diamondbacks put an end to the Rangers' 6-game winning streak, beating Texas 5-3. Kettle Mart hit a crucial go-ahead 3-run shot, his 25th, to put the game away. Still, the Rangers remain 1.5 games back of the Mariners for that final wildcard slot, as the Mariners lost a tight one, 6-5, to the Rays. The big dumper, Cal Raleigh, hit his 51st single of the year, but Junior Caminero also hit his 40th homer to help Tampa secure the victory. Only Melot Ronald Acuna Jr. and Eddie Matthews were younger than the 22-year-old Caminero when they hit their 40th home run. For any other scores or news from around the league, head on over to BaseballExtra.com for comprehensive baseball news and updates. As we wrap up today's Baseball Extra, let's look at some exciting games to watch today. Clay Holmes will be on the mound, trying to lead the Mets to a sweep against Casey Mize and the Detroit Tigers at 1:10 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network. You won't want to miss that one, as the Mets are red hot. Later tonight, The Yankees and Astros will square off in what promises to be a thrilling matchup at 6:40 p.m. Eastern, also on MLB Network and Amazon Prime Video. This is a crucial game for both teams as they battle for playoff positioning. These are the kinds of high-stakes games that make September baseball so exhilarating. And Baseball Extra will have all the highlights for you tomorrow. It's been an incredible day in baseball, filled with everything from record-breaking home run trots to clutch comebacks and monumental milestones. We love bringing you these stories and celebrating the passion of baseball. That's all for today's Baseball Extra. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the heart of baseball. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Baseball Extra, for all the latest news, highlights, and in-depth analysis from around the league. Share this podcast with all the baseball lovers in your life, and most importantly, enjoy all the amazing baseball today. We'll see you next time on Baseball Extra.